Is there sharks still active? No. Claims there's 2 surviving sharks. I had no clue.
Oh, the chat is back. Did we lose
What?
the chat? Or was it YouTube?
Yeah, my wife called.
I lost connection, I guess. But, I mean, I'm still recording everything, so. But yeah, it's all back up again.
Yeah, I'm trying to see, does the B unit have sound in it? Claims it does.
I think both of them do.
Alright. That'd definitely be a good deal for
Those are
280.
great locomotives. I always loved those Shark style
Yeah.
engines.
Aren't the T1? Is the T1 based? Are the sharks based off the T1? I think the T1 and the sharks look pretty similar.
I don't know. That's a good question. Oh, South Brooklyn Railroad. Big Bill is asking, what are we talking about? We're talking about if were the T1s were the sharks based off the T1 design. I personally don't know that. What I was going to say. Since Bill is on the chat, talking about his series, is it bigger isn't necessarily better, isn't always better. We came to thinking for MySpace to do a loop would be way too much congestion or closing the space, and my radius will be way too tight, and I have to worry about building a lift out section and everything else. So we went back to the L-shaped switch layout design point to point. And what I'll probably do at that point is build a little extension, like a staging yard, and have trains sit on there so it expands the layout just a little bit. And that could be put up on operating sessions and taken down and hidden somewhere. And so I have a totally different design. Actually, I think I have it here.
Yeah, you must have scrapped it.
All right, Rob's saying that the T1 and the Sharks were both designed by Raymond Loewy, Loewy. So
You're
that's
right.
probably the reason why that they have similarities in looks.
They must have scrapped sharks sometime then. I'm looking on the roster from it, they don't got it.
Or they sold it to another museum.
Oh. Hopefully they get restored. I love to see those things run.
On to step 2, adding lights.
Michael McCarville said Lowy designed the GG1, the Streamline K4s, even trash cans for the PRR.
Pretty close. Yeah.
You may not realize how true that really is.
Yeah.
Do you guys know who makes truck trains, Pennsylvania Railroad truck trains by chance?
Do what?
Pennsylvania Railroad truck trains. NHO scale?
Are you talking about like piggybackers?
Yeah,
or
Model.
the road railers?
Yeah, those. Anything intermodal for Pennsylvania Railroad, basically.
Bowser made.
Walters, I think.
I don't know if Walters ever made the road railers.
You said Akron, right? Yeah, Akron I knew.
Bowser made the road railers. Athern made the piggybackers. Walters, I think, made some piggybackers.
Yeah, they did. Ah, they're all on back order. Dang it.
So this is the design I'm going based off of for my new layout and design.
What'd you design that with?
I did design this. This was off of Google, actually. Oh,
Oh.
Pinterest. And I use Pinterest now, and Pinterest is a very good tool, very good source for looking at anything, really, pictures. And I found a lot of different design here. But I think my section is a 12 by 9. This goes about 17, so I have to downsize it just a little bit. And this section is 9 feet here. So what I'll probably do, I have tools here. If I remember how to work this.
Well, Adrian said that L-shaped layout has plenty of switching, and just use multiple staging tracks to turn trains around.
Absolutely, and that's why I like this design, because it has a food distributor. It has the main line in the center. There's a industrial metals, which I like. I have a lot of scrap cars that I have at brewery, which I always wanted, and I used to have a brewery on the old layout. This all part of this one big complex right here. It's a whole brewery. Where you got distribution, and you got where the brewery powerhouse is, and so you got staging tracks for it. So a lot of switching just in this one little section right here. So I'll definitely model that. And coming down this way, there's the brewery for the grain, and this is the brewery gate. So yeah, this whole section is a brewery, and then you have all your staging tracks right here for all the other industries. And what's cool about a brewery is that you have, I love box cars. So now you have box cars to bring in materials such as cardboard,
Glass bottle.
and you need grain hoppers. Yeah, bottles, grain hoppers for grain, for wheat, and tank cars, and for and obviously reefer cars to take out the finished product. Unless you don't have room for that, then you can always say the finished product goes by truck. So either way it works. But
Well, you can send the finished product out by regular boxcar too, because it doesn't have to be chilled right out of the factory.
no, right.
Be going to a distribution center, and then it'll be chilled there.
Yeah. And here's a printing company. So those are a bunch of box cars too.
Yeah.
You can sort of see my layout in the background. You're trying.
And like the textbook is I'll probably have. Oh, he's still gone. My bad, Eric.
Oh, sorry. You can sort of see mine there. This would be a big curve, 7 foot wide, 48 radius curve. Then it would go down, and there'd be another curve there.
And that's what I like about the textbook cassette is that all I'll do is I have the probably the main line go this way since this is the way my room is shaped, and over here will be the cassette right over here. Probably have about 3 tracks on here with cars sitting to take in and out. So I think it'd be a really cool idea. Plus, it could still have mainline freights coming in and out of the staging yard and coming into the yard here to pick up and drop off. It's cars, so it's a really nice design.
How much do you guys recommend this? Are there companies cleaning cars that are better?
Huh?
Cleaning car?
We actually had a discussion about that, I think, like 3 weeks ago, about cleaning cars with Ralph Renzetti. And I'm sure he'll probably pop in on the chat very soon.
Yeah.
Those looks like a Bright Boy. Those rough bottoms, they're pretty decent. You better offer something a little softer on the rails themselves.
All right. So there's your Walther's one.
Pretty interesting.
It's basically a grindstone on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
It really works best with integration with something like this one. And you got your pad that sits in there. It's a round, solid brass, knurled solid brass, and this body's solid brass. And it just rolls along the track. That's for cleaning your rails if you're just wanting to maintain. This one would probably possibly work by itself because you can put it in line and most people's not going to really pay attention. That or your CMX car. This one, the solid brass one, and that CMX car are fairly expensive though.
Yeah, brass is expensive.
I found mine for fairly cheap.
Yeah, $20.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Needless to say, when I seen it for $20 at the train show, I snatched it. That's it.
Actually, speaking of road railers, I still have my my K-line road railers from a trade show one time. 2 for $6, and that was an absolute steal. 2 triple crown cars from K-line, the original K-line boxes, older boxes, 2 for $70. It wasn't bad.
I'd like to get me road railers, but I think everybody that produced them, they're all out of production right now.
Yeah. It's a shame because I was in Altoona in the last couple of years of when they were in operation, and we kept missing them. Either it came 4 in the morning, or we were driving from Altoona to Crescent, and we missed them going through Galitzin Tunnel. So that was the only time I ever got a chance to seeing them.
Well, part of the reason I think they're out of production is because they're hardly ran anymore. I mean,
They still run out in Indiana.
I think does BNSF still run them once in a while? I think they run a couple. I think it's like one train as needed.
I don't know. But I do know from being told, from hearing stories, that the model ones were really hard to keep on the track unless you really weighted your semi-trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, basically all they were was a truck underneath your trailer. And they're really hard to keep on the track. From stories I've been told, at least. How true any of that is,
Well, I guess we're fixing to play the song "The Night the Lights Went Out in Louisiana." Chris is playing with electrical parts. He's not paying any attention to me.
He's concentrating.
He's trying to keep the lights from going out in Louisiana.
See the lights go out on that way.
Johnny played the song "Lights Went Out in Georgia."
Yeah, he played it again tonight. This thing's done went out on me once. See, Eric's got his running for about 6 feet.
I'm not supposed to.
More than mine. Mine goes about 3. I start up the engine, I have to shut it off.
Oh wait, that's my fault.
Good thing I don't have mine under any like momentum, because by the time it goes on momentum, it starts up and I'll have to shut it off and
That is a hell of a kit.
turn down the speed.
What's that?
All right, Sparky's got a question. He said, HO scale wheels, do they all have the same axle length, and just the wheel size is different?
There's 33 and 36 in the first half.
Do what?
They're supposed to have the same axle length, but they don't all have the same axle length. Even within the Cadies, I've noticed some of them are a little bit longer axle. Within a box of them. Now, the end of the axle can be a different shape depending on the manufacturer also.
That depends if you're running narrow gauge or standard gauge.
Yeah. That's going to be your major change in the axle.
Look at that joke.
Otherwise, they should all pretty much have the same axle length. Some of them are going to come to a sharper point. Some of them are going to come, take longer to get to the point. And then, like your ones with the roller bearings, the end of the axle is a little different because they got that little cap for the roller bearing on it.
And I made that mistake with wheel size.
Yeah.
Because I bought, I think, 36s. I meant to buy 33s.
I got 33s, I got 36s, and I just went and picked up some 128. Thing.
The standard's 33, right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Standard's 33. Yeah.
Yeah, 28-inch wheels.
I had to invest in more wheels. That gets expensive too.
Depending on your arrow, it depends on whether you're using smooth back or rib back.
All right, Sparky said he just used a wheel tuner, and the new wheel set I put in is a bit sloppy now. I thought I overdid it with the wheel tuner or different size axles. Sparky, you gotta be very careful with that wheel tuner.
One turn.
Yeah, one turn on it, and don't do any more. Put an axle back in, see if it's going to work, because you can overdo it with that wheel tuner real fast.
You put it in, you turn it, you take it out, you flip it, you turn it, you stop, put your wheel set in, try it.
One I got, you don't have to flip. It cuts both sides at the same time.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
The one to sell on micro market, the one side's a guide and the other one's the actual cutting bit.
Yeah. No, the one I got cuts both sides at the same time. I did find out that when you put it in there, if it feels super tight, just do a half a turn.
Yeah.
You know, then take it out and put your wheels in and see how that goes.
Don't squeeze your truck either.
Yeah.
Don't squeeze the ends of your trucks on. You'll take out too much material.
Yeah, Sparky said he did 6 or 7 turns. Yeah, that was way too many. You cut too much out of that bolsters, out of that trucks.
Somebody recommended a way to repair that the other day, and I can't remember. Because those are that Durlin plastic. You can't really melt anything in there to fix them.
Yeah. No. You just have to take those trucks off, toss them in the trash.
Yeah.
Put new set of trucks on. Adrian, no, I didn't make it to Trainmaster yet, but if you know you're going there Friday, if it's going to be Friday afternoon, let me know.
Alright, guys, I'm getting going.
When the show's over, I'll send you an email with my phone number so you can just give me a call. I don't get up till around about 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. We'll see, Eric.
All right, Eric, have a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, but
So if you're going down there Friday afternoon, give me a call and I'll get on down there. We'll meet up.
That I had a set of auto racks that somebody I believe I bought them used. I can't say for sure, but I believe somebody took a truck tuner to them because you can take the wheels inside the truck and move them up and down and front and back.
Yeah. I'd say they used a wheel turner.
so how do you fix that? You just get in the truck.
You replace the truck. That's the only way to fix it. Really.
Yeah.
Probably what half of my rolling stock is like.
So.
I have stuff from like 10, 15 years old.
No, it was actually causing in the curves on our club layout. It was actually causing the wheels to start. There was too much material removed, so the wheels would actually start rubbing the bolster and the side frames.
Yeah.
I went ahead and upgraded them and put the Athearn Genesis roller bearing sets underneath of them.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the Arkansas, Missouri's calendars came in. They're on sale on their website, and
yeah, just shamelessly plug yourself, Joey. Shamelessly plug yourself.
oh, always, man. That's my photo, and I wanted to show this last time. I keep forgetting to show you guys. We have a lot of them for sale, and they're one of the coil steel industry. That's mine as well. So, but this is the last year they're making these calendars. That's what they told me. So, the A&M is not going to be making calendars unless the museum does something. So this will be your last year to pick up these calendars. I think they're running $10, but we'll probably do a deal. I'll talk to the operations manager. Maybe we'll do it for like $5 or $7.
Quit charging so much for your pictures, Joey, and they can produce more of those calendars.
Jeez, I know, right? I charge by the day.
Big Bill. Big Bill said congratulations on getting your pictures in the calendar.
Thank you.
We just gotta give you a hard time.
No, I know. I'm the ticket agent for Van Buren, Arkansas. So if anybody comes to visit, just contact me and come say hi in the depot in Van Buren.
I mean, Joey's weathering finally also got recognized by Scale Trains a couple weeks ago too. So
Actually, I have 2 Scale Train locomotives coming to me from another client. Should be in tomorrow or Saturday. So, and I think one is a SD60 and no SD40-2, and the other is I think a -9 or -8. So it's going to be fun to weather those guys.
All right, Joe. Big Bill wants to know if he waits till 12/31, can he get the calendar for free?
Bill, I'll get you one. Don't worry.
All right, Ralph, you have a good one too. We'll talk to you later.
See you, Ralph.
No, because in 18 years you'll be able to reuse that calendar again.
In 18 years?
Yeah, I think it was something like that. It's 18 years. It's like right now people can use like a 1982 calendar and a 1990 something calendar or whatever.
Oh, because where the days are land? And
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's like 80s calendar because like I see on Facebook a lot of people posting like old wrestling pictures from the WWE of the 80s and all of that or whatever. So
yeah, but the year will be wrong on the calendars.
Actually,
yeah, but the days will be right.
Yeah, Michael McCarville, are you taking submissions for the MRL swimsuit calendar? I will start doing sit-ups.
I have done a boudoir shoot about a few weeks ago with my girlfriend. We did a photo shoot for women's empowerment for women who had cancer survivors, and as well as some of them were bodybuilders, and so we actually did a photo shoot as a survivor type of. It was a survivor shoot, so it was a good one. So if anybody here wants to dress in lingerie, I guess you could get it done. And David's hobbies and things, that is actually, he's on the chat right now. He said one should be a tier 4. David is one of my clients, a dear friend of mine, lives in the Kansas City area.
I'll be down close to there here this weekend.
Really?
Not real close, but fairly close.
Come down my way.
We're going down to my father-in-law's in Springfield, Missouri this weekend.
You're about 2.5 hours away from me, I think, or 3 hours.
So,
Just come for a cup of coffee, then head back.
I'm in Troy right now. I'm 10 minutes up the road from the RPM meet, but it's not right now.
We do have a train show on February 29th in Bentonville. It's the annual train show in the Northwest Arkansas region.
I can never get them to schedule me training for the weekends of the RPM meet. So I don't have to take me over here.
The one time we actually have a train show and I could actually have the time to go to it, I actually have to work that Saturday down in Van Buren. And for me to work down in Van Buren, it'll take me about 2.5 hours to get up to Bentonville from there. So it won't be worth it by that point.
Yeah.
By the time I get out of work, the show will be over.
See, like that's like me. The RPM meet only lasts until like what 6, 7 o'clock in the afternoon.
I think so.
All right. Well, we done.
Even if I'm over here for training, we don't get done until like 4. But it's only 10 minutes down the road. I can get down there and check some stuff out. But
It just run around the place. You go. I saw everything.
yeah,
Walk
well,
out.
I work on Saturday and Sunday, but if I get training till Friday, take off that Saturday, and just keep the hotel room for an extra 2 days. The training center's not open.
Do you have a drone?
I do, but I can't fly it. It's a cheap one.
Oh, you can't fly within the building. You can look at everything inside in one spot.
Don't get
No,
caught
I
doing
want
that.
to
The
find
FAA will
the-
fine you real bad.
Yeah.
I've tried flying it. It don't fly real well.
Big Bill said, "My motto is no pain, no pain." Oh, and I dropped my phone. Oh man.
All righty. Well, we done gone over an hour here, so I only had one time that it dropped. So
All right. Y'all have a good night then.
all right, Chris, appreciate you coming in. Tim, Joe.
Yep.
Hopefully by next week we'll have some lights actually working.
All right, that'll be good.
Yeah, we got the frames up, so now it's just messing with the LEDs and putting them in place.
Yeah.
You got the power
Well,
back
have a good
on.
evening.
All right. Catch you later. Yeah, I appreciate everybody coming in on the chat too. So don't forget February the 18th, it's going to be the Bills show with Andy and his crew. And then February the 19th will be the finish to Big Bill's Bigger is Not Necessarily Better show. That'll be the final. And then Bill will be back on February 26th with Who's Big Bill Talking To. He's going to be talking with William A. So y'all have a good weekend, and we'll see you next Tuesday night. So have a good one. Be safe.
Good night, everybody.